Okay, so welcome once more everyone to today's class, and I'm happy that we've gotten up to this point in our course of learning the Soroban smart contract. I'm also happy that we've been able to understand us up to the point of understanding the Rust, how to build Rust, basically how to write the Rust program and build some certain programs using the Rust. I'm also happy that we've started the Soroban smart contract itself. I'm very happy we started that. So, Silva, you've got something to say? Silva, can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you.
Okay, you are muted. I thought you've got something to say. Or am I cracking? Is there something wrong with my network? Can I get a thumbs up if everyone is following up with me? Okay, great. Okay, so we'll basically just continue. So at the course of last class, we in fact started Soroban smart contract itself. And last class was on Thursday. And from that last class, one important thing we did was to write a Soroban smart contract. And what we did was we wrote a very simple smart contract. A smart contract that sets and gets. And then we were able to also write the test for that smart contract. So it was an interesting class, and today will be much more interesting because at the course of today's class, we would be doing something different. We would be actually, let me share my screen as to what we would be doing in today's class. And interestingly, it's going to be a classwork. It's been a while we've had classwork that helps individual learning. So today we would have a classwork. And yeah, give me a second. So yeah, you can all see my screen, right? Okay, thank you, David. So today we'll be having a classwork. What will be the classwork? We'll be building a simple school data system. What would it include? It would include at least 4 functions. We would not want to build something too complicated yet, because what we want to do right now is we want to have the ability to understand how setters and getters work with smart contracts. We've done that before, but then how well can you now do it? How well can you now apply the knowledge you've gotten? That is why we have this classwork. What would be included in the classwork? If you have to build a simple school Stellar smart contract that allows you to store details of a student, including the name, age, class, and height. These are the 4 things you would store for the students. Now, so you'd have a function that basically does all of this, that stores the name, the age, the class, and the height. Now, I'm not saying you'd have only 4 functions. You could extend it and have the upper functions, fine. But the most important 4 functions I want to see, I heard a sound, okay. The most important 4 functions I want to see from your smart contract is a function where you can add all of these details, the name, age, class, and height. Then I also want to see a getter function. What does this getter function do? The getter function basically returns this data. Now, the data from, is there a sound coming? Is someone trying to say something? Okay, I'll just proceed. Silva, were you trying to say something? Okay. Is it just my network or I'm not hearing anything from Silva? Can everyone still hear me? Okay, great. So everyone can hear me basically. So yes, just to address, someone messaged me and wanted me to look at his work. I'm so sorry I have not gotten back to you. I'll try getting back to you. I don't know if you are in this class, he that messaged me. So I'll try getting back to you concerning that. So just like I've said, the four major functions that would be in the smart contract would be a setter function that sets this data for the student, a getter function that gets this data for each student, and lastly, you would also do the same thing for the teacher. You would have a function that stores the details of a teacher. What will be included in the teacher's detail? The teacher's name, the teacher's age, the subject the teacher teaches, and the teacher's salary. So it's a function that does the same thing. What would the function include? Like a getter function that does the same thing as this. The getter function would return the data of the teacher, basically. So that is going to be what you would be doing in today's class. So is there any question from anybody concerning this if you do not understand how to go about it? Can I get any question? Or if you do not even understand what I meant by the whole classwork arrangement that I've just made mention of, and you have a question, you can basically raise your hands up and ask the question now, so we can basically answer the question. So is there anyone? Okay. Okay, Princess, let's start with Princess. You can unmute your mic and speak.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
I want to ask um in as much as this is my first time of being here, is there any way I can get some kind of recordings for the past thing so I can know how to go about it?
Okay, great. There are recordings for previous classes, and just reach out to David. David is going to give you the link to the Notion page where we have the slides and the recordings for previous classes. So with that, you can get to catch up with our previous classes. So
Sorry, who is David?
yeah, it's on the let me. David, can you signify? David? Okay, let me just, you know what? Let me just get that for you quickly. Then I would entertain the remaining questions coming from yeah. Okay. Let me see. Okay, okay. I think someone dropped it already. Someone dropped it already. Thank you, Mubarak. Thank you. Okay, so let's hear your question, Mubarak.
Yeah,
You
so
can,
the question I want to ask is, so you want us to have like individual functions that add name, age,
no,
class. Okay.
no. So
Okay, one function that add all of these details, and
now,
then being able to use a particular. Okay.
okay, now, the truth is, in my mind, I would have thought, or I would have wanted you to, you know, create like a struct that holds this name, age, class, and height together and groups it
Yeah.
together. But then I would not want to, in fact, say that. I would want you to be as flexible as possible. I would want you to do anything as you like. I do not want to have like a rigid way. There is no wrong answer. Everything is correct as long as it goes in line with what I've just explained. So yeah, you can do it anyhow you want to.
All right.
Does that make sense? Okay. So Oluwatomi, you can ask a question. Your answer up. You can unmute and ask your question.
All right, GM, everyone.
Okay.
The thing is that, hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, I just stumbled against, like, I just joined the community, and I'm just seeing, though I just joined the community not quite long, but I've not really been following up. Please, like, what's the meeting for? Like, is it like what type of coding are we actually doing here? Because I'm just actually joining for the first time.
Okay. So this is a Stellar coding class. I'm sure you joining the community, you know, okay, it's actually a Stellar community. And the coding class started about more than 2 months ago. And it is on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Although that's about to change a little. We have the days changed a little. So for having that in mind, we've had the previous classes, and the class includes knowledge on what blockchains are. Then it dives deep into what Stellar is, then dives into properties of Stellars. This includes the consensus mechanism, the node, the Stellar core, and other things on Stellar. Then it led to learning Rust, because to write a Soroban smart contract, you have to have the Rust knowledge and be able to write the Rust programming. And so with that, moving on, we finished learning Rust and we started learning how to write Soroban smart contract itself. And that is exactly where we are right now. Does that answer your question?
So, like me joining right now, am I left behind or I can still catch up? Because actually, I'm just trying to venture into blockchain development, something like that. So, but I'm currently learning Solidity. So I don't know if that also works.
Okay. So here's the idea. Solidity is for EVM chains, and it's great you are learning that. Now, to write a smart contract, you have to learn Rust. And the beautiful thing is that all of our previous classes are recorded. In fact, this class, as you can see, is recorded. And all of these classes are uploaded to YouTube, where you can basically have access to all of these classes. So at your own time and pace, you can basically go through the Notion page where all of the classes and all of the slides from the classes are being kept. And you can basically, go through them and learn everything we've had or learned in the previous classes. And with your pace or speed, you can basically catch up with what we are doing right now. So that's literally up to you.
All right, so I get now. But is there any certification at the end of the course, and when is the coding class going to finish? Sorry if
Yeah.
I'm taking your time.
No, it's all right. I mean, this is the best place to ask questions. And as I've made mention of, always ask questions. So you can basically have knowledge on what's going on, even if it means dragging me back here. That's fine. That's why we've got the class. So while I'm answering this question, I hope others are already working on the classwork, as you can see from the screen, already working on the question I have given. Cogsy and others. Okay, great. Okay, great. So can you ask your question again, Oluwatomi, please?
Okay, I said, is there any certification like at the end of
Yes,
the
there is.
class, like the
Yes,
certificate,
there is.
and
At the end
again,
of the class.
when is the
Yes.
class going to finish?
Okay. So the class actually is meant to span for 3 months, but right now we are almost getting to the end of the third month. I think we have used 2 months plus. So if there is still need for more teachings in which students are not able to, to understand what have been taught well, then definitely the class would extend more than that. So we don't have a specific end date for the class. So that's just it. So does that answer all your questions?
Yes, all right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So the Notion page has been dropped. Let me copy that and paste that again. Yeah. Okay, great. So I've pasted it. So Princess, can we have your question?
Oh, okay. So sorry. I just wanted to know, is it only on Discord? Isn't it? And isn't there any other places for the call? Because I'm not always online here.
Is it only on Discord you have what?
No, like this call now. Is it only on Discord that the call is done
Are you
with
joining
student?
from Discord?
Yes.
Oh,
They told me I should be joining from Discord.
who said that?
The person that actually told me about this Stella this thing, that was when Web3 Lagos conference, we went there for the conference. That was how I realized about this.
Oh, great. You were at Web3 Lagos conference. I was there too. So you can actually join from the meeting link. So let me just drop the meeting link here. You can join, you necessarily don't have to join from Discord. You can also join from the meeting link. Here's the meeting link in the chat. So from the meeting link, once it is time, 7 o'clock, you can basically join, and that's fine. You don't necessarily have to join only from Discord. So does that make sense to you?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Okay. Oluwatomi, I thought you still had question. Okay, you answered down. Okay. So, are there any challenges for those that are currently solving out the classwork? Are there any challenges you've got? You can ask questions.
I just have a question to ask though. Does this mean I'm writing two different kind of contracts? You said do the same for teacher and student. I don't.
No, we're writing just one smart contract. I'm just talking about the functionalities. That's technically you could have more than 2 functions for the student, but what I expect of you is 2 functions for the student, 2 functions for the teacher, a setter and a getter function for the student, setter and a getter function for the teacher. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Mubarak, are you also doing the classwork?
Yes.
Okay, great. How about John? Are you also doing the classwork?
No, actually, I'm at work right now. So when I get off work, I've taken a screenshot. So when I get off work, I will work on it.
Okay. How about Lugo? Did I pronounce that correctly? Are you also participating in the classwork? Okay, great. Okay, great. How about Okwigada? I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. I'm so sorry. Are you also participating in the classwork? That's God do well. Are you also participating in the classwork? And take notes as you are doing it. Any single blocker you've got, just raise your hand and I will be here to solve it for you. And one more thing about this classwork is it is a little tricky. A little tricky. Well, this will be based on what the way you want to store your data. If you store it in a grouped way, that is having a struct that stores everything together for each one, then you would need to do something I have not explained before. And I just wanted to see how you tackle situations where I have not explained before, and new ideas, how you basically tackle it. So that's why I also added that to it. So yeah. So we would be on the call, and by 7:45 we'll be back to check out the solution. Or if you are done with your own solution, you can basically signify and we go through it. But basically by 7:45 we'll just try to go through everybody's solution, those that are literally doing this classwork right now. So if you are not done, that's still fine. We'll still go over the solution. So we'll wait till 7:45 to do that. You can speak up, Mubarak. You have a question? Hello?
Yes, yes, I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's the
so I
question?
noticed. Yeah, so I noticed when I declare the symbol, right, for the storage slots for the contract, I declare two storage slots. Student short symbol, student, then teachers short symbol, teachers, and I'm done like creating the function for add student. But when I started working on the add teacher, I noticed that there was like it's failing to read the teacher's storage slots.
So have you written a test for it?
No.
So how do you know it is failing to read it? Are you having a compiler error?
Yeah, like the compiler is shouting.
Good. It was why you were trying to get Abby.
Yes. When I was trying to get.
Okay. That is the problem I was going to expect you to have actually. And I look forward to solving that problem during the solution.
Okay.
What about Cogsy? What is your progress like? Do you have the same problem?
No, sir, I've not gotten there. I'm currently in my create students and artificial function. Not got to speak yet.
Okay. Okay. So Mubarak, you can just proceed, but I'm going to tell you how to solve that problem, but I don't know if you can implement it. If you can implement it, then it is fine. But if not,
Okay. I'll look at the docs, right, and see what.
no, I'm going to give you the solution to it.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So I will just go ahead and work on the get student function and see if I can write the test for the two functions.
Okay. Okay. No problem then. No problem then. No problem. But having it at the back of your mind, the solution would be implementing certain traits for the structures. You'll be implementing the intro val and the try from val traits. The intro val is going to be the trait for setting a struct, and the try from val is going to be the trait for getting. So, yeah, those are the traits we're going to implement for the struct. So, yeah.
So when you said implementing, do you mean like importing it?
No. Yes, you would import it and then you would implement. You know how I taught you how to implement a struct?
Yeah.
That is the same way you would implement the struct. You get? So it's almost time, 1 minute more. How far have you gone, Mubarak? Kogzi? How far have you guys gone?
So for me, I was able to start working on the get student. But yeah, that's basically where I am at the moment.
Okay. How about Kogzi? Kogzi.
I was able to work on the outline function, but it was showing some errors. That's when I saw that that triform var stuff we talked about. So I went to import it, and I was already implementing it already, trying to fix the other errors that's popping up from when I called that env.storage of instance stuff. I saw some error popped up. I'm trying to fix it before you just begin.
Okay, great. Okay, great. So I'll just leave you and I'll wait till 8 o'clock. So everyone just continue doing what you're doing, and by 8 o'clock we revert back again. Just give like 10, 15 minutes more time. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well done. So, hi, Joel. Welcome. Happy to have you here. Hello, Joel. Can you hear me? You are muted if you are speaking. You are muted. So, we have just 5 minutes to the end of the class. And with these 5 minutes, Mubarak and Coxie, I would like you to share your screen. Let's start with Mubarak. Let's see and review what he has worked on, and then we can see where he would continue from, and then we can basically see Coxie's on what she has done and how she can continue. So Mubarak, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so let's do that.
In a second.
I'll stop sharing my screen, so you have the stage to share your screen.
Okay. 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 Is it coming up?
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, well, just before you come up on board, I was trying to refactor this test function here. But yeah, let me go over what I did. So when I start, I try to look at it in a way that I'm going to have two storage slots, one that takes care of students and the one that takes care of teachers. So that's why I created these two storage slots here. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm listening. I'm with you. I'm
Yeah.
listening.
So then I created a struct for the student which has these parameters, and then I created a struct for the teachers which also has these parameters.
Great. You didn't
Then
add contract type for the teacher.
I didn't get that.
I said you didn't add contract type for the teacher.
Oh yeah. So that was
But
something I missed. Okay.
continue.
So yeah, so the next thing was to sort of like define, okay, what did I do here? Okay. I can't remember what was here, but yeah, this is like the contract implementation, right? And I basically have the first function, which is the add student, which first of all, I try to get the value from the struct. And yeah, if it is empty, I sort of like initiate it, right? With this keyword here. Then I put the data into the struct from here, and then I push. So this push was what I wasn't sure if there's something I can use. Yeah, it was based on what it says here. Increase the length by 1 and push the item in the last position. Yeah. But I was hoping that my test will validate this thing that I did here. But yeah, that was it. So after that, I checked the length of the student, right? How many students are currently in the storage slot, right? Then I sort of like I push them here, right? set, right? Then I extend the temporary storage. I set it off to expire after like 100 ledger, and then I return the student count. So yeah, that's like basically what comes to my mind on when I was trying to implement this. Then
Excellent.
yeah, then the other one was the get student, which I try to get the value all the students, right, and then I pull student based on the index. And if it is not, then I throw back this error. So yeah, that's like what I was able to come up with.
Excellent job. Excellent job. Well done. Well done. Well done. So yeah, I can see you're progressing well, and this is good. This is good. So because of our time, let's quickly check what Coxie has done, and then we can basically review and see if you're unable to complete it by tomorrow, then we can review and talk on your mistake, or you could even see the mistake from the solution that I'll be doing by tomorrow. So Coxie, you can share your screen now. Well, well done. Great job, Mubarak. Great job.
I'm trying to share. Comment.
Okay.
I see.
It's not yet coming up.
Let me refresh. Comment. Please let me log in my browser. It's open. Just 1 minute.
If you're unable to share it, all right, you can still share from tomorrow's class. If you're unable to share. Hmm? Can you hear me?
Okay.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you.
So I wanted to show you so you can see the errors. Because I was some errors and I wanted you to just see it for it's okay.
Okay, let's see the error if you can still share. Let's see the error.
Okay. Oh,
I didn't hear what you said. Coxie? I guess our network is bad. So I'll stop the recording here. And